Not a cloud in the sky. What a beautiful day!
Yes, there's not a cloud in the sky.
What's the temperature?
It's 70 degrees.
I love October.
Me too. It's not too hot and not too cold.
Fall is my favorite season.
Mine too.
The weather is almost perfect.
And the leaves are very pretty when they change colors.
On sale.
Do you like my new coat?
It looks terrific.
I'm glad you like it.
How much was it?
$80.
That's a good price.
Yeah, it was on sale.
Where did you get it?
At Sears.
I'd like to shop there too. They always have really good sales.
Maybe you should go there today. They have a sale on shirts if you're interested.
Good idea. I need some. I have a sore throat. You sound terrible.
I have a sore throat.
You should rest your voice.
I know. It hurts when I talk.
What are you taking for your throat?
Hot tea and honey.
That should help. Are you going to work today?
No, I'm staying home.
Good idea.
I'll feel better tomorrow.
I hope so. How about a drink? How about a drink tonight?
I'd love to.
Where can we meet?
How about the Relax Bar?
All right. What time?
Is 8 o'clock okay?
Yes, that's fine.
I will meet you there. I'm really looking forward to it.
Me too. A cup of coffee. Can I get you something to drink?
A cup of coffee, please.
With milk and sugar?
A little milk, but no sugar.
I never drink coffee at night.
Why not?
It keeps me awake.
What do you drink with supper?
Tea. It helps me relax.
I don't like tea.
There are so many kinds of tea. Maybe you should shop around and try to find one you like, because coffee is bad for you.
That's a good idea.
Bank account.
Good morning. I'd like to open a bank account, please.
Good morning. What kind of account do you want to open?
I'm not sure. Perhaps you can give me some suggestions. I only want to deposit money in the bank and pay all kinds of bills easily.
Fine. I've got the application form here. First of all, can I have your full name, please?
Richard Lee.
Fine, Richard. What's your occupation?
I'm studying a doctor's degree now, although I was a dentist before coming here.
Well, so you're a student.
What kind of account can you suggest for me?
How about a deposit account?
What's the difference between that and a current account?
There are many differences, such as the interest rate, overdraft and service, and so on.
Fine, I will take your recommendation.
OK, let's talk about the main two account cards of the deposit account.
Fine.
One card is called the Solo card, and the other one is named MasterCard.
Which one is better for me?
Let me introduce you to some differences of the two cards.
OK.
The first one is annual interest rate.
Which one is higher?
Of course, it is the MasterCard. At present, its rate is 5.5%, but the Solo card is only 2.5%.
How about the other differences?
The service supplied with the two cards.
Could you speak specifically?
We usually supply internet service and mobile service with all of the cards, of course, including the Solo card.
Yes, I'd like to ask for the service of mobile and... does Solo card have an overdraft?
I'm sorry, but MasterCard has such a service.
Fine.
If you want to take more money out of the bank than you have in it, be very careful. You should not do this without the bank's permission, and you will have to pay some charge.
Do you mean interest?
No, I mean the overdraft charge.
How much is that charge?
According to the bank's rules, the minimum fee is about 2%.
Fine.
The last item of the two cards is the requirement. There is no limitation of the solo card, but if you want to get MasterCard, you should deposit a minimum sum of £1,500 in the first time.
Oh, what's the requirement of money?
What do you mean?
I mean, I cannot deposit cash when I open a bank account.
Don't worry, we accept cash and cheque or even money order.
Great.
So which card did you decide to open?
I'd like to open the MasterCard.
A good choice. How often would you like to receive your statement?
Monthly, please.
OK, the last one you should know is the opening time. Banks usually open from 9 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. from Monday to Friday, but most branches open until 3:30 p.m. on Saturdays.
OK, I see. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The assignment.
Good morning. Oh, it's just hit 12. Good morning, Miss Potter. May I come in?
Oh, Jerry, of course. Come in and take a seat, please.
Thank you.
Well, how about your assignment?
Do you mean my paper?
Yes.
I still think about the draft, but I hope you can give me some help and suggestions.
Of course. How long will it take you to finish your draft?
I'm not sure. Maybe 3 days?
My advice is that you should spend a lot of time on your draft. As you know, a good beginning is very important for a paper. A good draft can help you outline your paper and even benefit your argument.
OK, I will try my best to write up my work. Miss Potter, how many parts are in the paper?
Generally speaking, there are 4 parts and references.
So there are 5 parts.
Right. Contents, introduction, main body.
And conclusion?
Yes, and a bibliography.
So how about the word limitation of my paper?
According to the requirements, you have to write at least 3,000 words and not over 5,000.
OK, 3 to 5,000.
Right. How about your research?
I haven't begun to do the research.
Why?
Because I'm not sure about the research method. I cannot decide to use which one now.
I remember I suggested you to use the method of interview.
Yes, but I think maybe questionnaire is better for my work.
Really? Tell me your reason.
I have to spend some time of the day on a part-time job, so I think maybe a questionnaire is a good way to collect the data that I need.
Fine. Oh, do you search resources or data from the internet?
Yes, I think it's a good way to collect data, and as you know, it can help save lots of time.
Jerry, in fact, many students do most of their research on the internet. You might think that it is an easier way to get resources, but most data are from highly unreliable resources, so be critical.
OK, I will pay attention to that.
Then, there are some things you should consider when you write the paper.
OK.
Be careful with your references and quotations, and do not share other people's work. You should write clearly about reference books, and do not forget to acknowledge the original writers. Otherwise, you will be failed for plagiarism.
OK, I've got it.
The other point is...
Deadline?
No, deadline is the date of handing in your work. You'd better hand it in on time. But if you have a reasonable excuse, you can ask for an extension.
Fine. Sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay. The other point you should pay attention to is your research data.
OK, I will write them clearly. Oh, Miss Potter, could you recommend to me some good reference books about the topic of my paper?
Fine. Let's check the reference book list. The first one is Drake Wister's book.
Right, what's the title?
Global Economy.
Is it the one published by the Cambridge University Press?
Right. And I think Victoria Smith's book is a good choice.
What's that title?
The Strategy of Marketing.
And which publisher?
London Press.
Fine, and how about others?
the book called The Economics Tendency is a good one for your paper.
Really? And the writer and the publisher?
The writer is Hilary Justice, and the publisher is Oxford University Press.
Can I borrow it from the library?
Of course.
Great.
And the last one that is helpful to your work is the book of William Hanna.
How do you spell the surname?
Hanna.
Okay, and the title of this book?
Business Management, published by Cambridge University Press.
Okay.
But you cannot borrow the book from the library.
Why?
Because it belongs to the closed reserve. You have to read it in the library.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Credit card.
Hello. In today's programme, we have invited Ken Farrow, Head of Financial Crime at Lloyds TSB, to introduce some information about credit card fraud. Welcome, Farrow.
Thanks, Catherine.
Has a chip and PIN given new chances for thieves to steal the details of our credit cards?
Maybe. In the past, there has been typically 50,000 or 60,000 ATMs in the UK where people's PIN could be collected, and now there's hundreds of thousands of points of sales terminals. It's a fraud where criminals capture details and then make a magnetic stripe card copy.
How easy is it to do this?
One way is to modify a terminal, so that's what's happening often in the past with cash machines. The same can be done for chip and PIN terminals. The other way is to replace it with an entire counterfeit. There have been incidences in America and in Europe with entire fake ATMs being set up. The last way is to set up a concealed camera and have somebody using sleight of hand to swipe your card through another machine so that you don't even need to modify the main machine.
If someone decided to set up a little device to modify one of these handheld PIN pads, how easy would that be to do?
Usually it wouldn't be technically too hard. You just need about £100 to prepare for some equipment and raw parts. But it would take some engineering time and effort. The terminals themselves have a function of tamper resistance. If you try to open the casing, the machines will shut down and make them inoperative. But there's only so much they can do against a persistent attacker, compared with an ATM. Well, once a card is copied and the PIN is obtained, crooks can make a fake card and use the PIN to withdraw money.
Do all cash machines accept these cards in the UK?
Cash machines in the UK may not accept these cards, but many machines abroad will.
Why?
It depends on our radar. We can obviously know what they are doing while criminals can't break the chip at the moment. So what they're doing is to use the old method to skim the magnetic strips on the cards. However, they've realized that they cannot succeed in the UK, so they go on to the continent and to other countries in the Far East and use them where ATMs are not secured for chip use.
Right. So they can take the old-style card and use it abroad and get the cash out more easily.
That's right. There is a magnetic strip attached to the card for customers who are travelling.
So what are you doing about this increase of use in foreign cash machines of cards that have been stolen here?
What we're doing is to gradually extend our security blanket. That means we will monitor the card usage, whether it's in the UK or abroad. If we feel there's something wrong, we will contact and confirm with the customer. We're up against organised crime, and organised crime is trying to get one step ahead of us, and we're trying to keep one step ahead of them.
Yes. How does security work in UK machines? Because sometimes fake cards will work there as well, won't they?
When a bank is looking at its arrangements, it has to balance up convenience to customers with security.
Yes. So what are you doing to make things more secure?
I think the chip and the PIN situation has really improved. And if you look at the figures, in fact, hard fraud has dropped by 24% over the last period. I think you can say this program has done well.
Yes, I can see the figures, But there has been a huge amount of coverage in the press this week. Some banks have stopped using PINs. Doesn't that decrease the public's trust in this new system? And some people even think the new system is designed for new fraud.
I don't think so. I'm not going to comment on particular cases. What I would say is that usually the evidence of crime has always been with the old technology, not with the new.
So new technology seems to be working well.
That's right.
Okay, thanks for your professional introduction. See you next time.
See you.